Hi, my name is Greg Fisher. I'm the founder and chief investment officer of Gerstein Fisher and lead portfolio manager for the Gerstein Fisher Mutual Funds. I imagine if you're here, it's because you want to know more about our investment strategies. While it's impossible for us to explain everything you'll want to know in one short video, we hope to answer 4 key questions. Question 1 is, why trust us? Question 2, what do we believe? Question 3, what do we do? And finally, question 4, if you like everything you're hearing, how should you use us? To help answer these questions, a few of the other members of our research and investment strategy groups will also chime in. And that leads us right back to question 1, why trust us? Well, we're seasoned. We have decades of experience managing assets and a deep bench including individuals like Andrew.
When I started in the financial industry in Asia, my work enabled me to interview almost every significant money manager in the world. I was struck that very few firms were applying the revolutionary academic research that was coming out at the time, redefining the way we think about markets and what drives returns.
Starting around the 1980s, academics started looking very carefully at how various characteristics of companies relate to both their risk and return. Things like their dividend yield, the size of the company, the price of their stock relative to, say, the book value or replacement value of their assets.
When I came across Gerstein Fisher, I saw a firm that was applying these new ideas from academia in a way that was, in my opinion, unparalleled, particularly given the global context in which they're applying them. So I'd say trust us because we've spent decades integrating ideas that others may just be coming to understand now.
But I think you should also trust us because we're nimble and not afraid of new information. Part of that comfort comes from a history of collaborating intensively with a network of top academics.
We've learned that working with a scientific process can be an advantage for our investors, and having independent, objective partners helping to design our research forces us to keep asking new questions.
I like to think that they learn from how I see the world from the macro-political perspective, and I always learn from how they see the world from the investor's perspective.
What do we believe? At the core of our approach is one key idea. Over time, you get stronger, more consistent results by observing and applying the factors that drive returns, rather than trying to predict the future.
So we re-engineered the traditional approach that searches for mispriced securities, and instead started identifying securities with desirable characteristics that we believe have higher expected returns. We analyze empirical data to find explainable patterns that fit into an economic story that makes sense, and we do it all in a way that attempts to eliminate the possibility that decisions are influenced by subjective or emotional biases.
That's the theory we're all raised on when we joined Gerstein Fisher. But what we do is find practical ways of putting that belief into action. And that means utilizing what we call factors, which are based on firm characteristics such as leverage, momentum, and profitability, that explain persistent differences in returns between classes of stocks, and then employing those factors when investing in a cost-effective way.
Through this multi-factor lens, we've identified asset classes like global REITs and growth stocks where it wasn't common to use quantitative methods to manage an investment strategy. And we've tilted toward certain factors that could be incorporated without the randomness of active management.
You'll probably want to get more details on what we've been talking about here. But if you like what you're hearing, then the last question is, how can you put us to work for you?
There are a number of ways our funds can enhance a portfolio, but they're most commonly utilized by investors looking for core exposure to US growth equities, international growth equities, and global real estate asset classes.
We design portfolios for investors that are similar to the overall parts of the market they are tracking, but have the potential for outperformance through exposures to different systematic factors that have been shown to explain differences in average returns. We also would expect our funds to have a better relationship or correlation with the other asset classes in a diversified portfolio when compared to traditional alternative choices available in the market.
If you're ready to learn more about the multi-factor funds, there's more information on our website. Thanks for watching.